All right, we're going to try to do this all in one take, so bear with me. This is a guided meditation that I like to do instead of the typical breathwork meditation because I'm neurodivergent, and if you try to get me to pay attention to my breath, I will start controlling it. There is no ifs, ands, or buts about it. I will start to control my breath, and that is not relaxing for me at all. So I prefer to do the body scan, and there's a bunch of research backed behind it as to why it's really beneficial. But like all meditation, it helps you be mindful, present. It helps you pay more attention to what's going on in your body, in your brain, rather than the outside world. And I feel like we all need that a little bit more. So I'm Nicole Brooks. I run Healing Your Life. I'm a massage therapist. I'm a wellness lifestyle coach, Reiki practitioner, all that good stuff. And that plays a part into my guided meditation stuff. So yeah, we're going to get right into it, okay? So I want you to get nice and comfortable. I don't care if you're sitting, laying down, whatever's comfortable for you, okay? Listen to your body. I'll give you chances to adjust your body if you need to, of course. I work that into the guided meditation because I feel like in a lot of them, people make you feel like you have to stay perfectly still the whole time. Cannot do that. Neurodivergent. Okay. What else should I say before we get started? Oh, I don't care if you close your eyes. I don't care if you disassociate staring at something. Stare at me. I don't care. Okay. Just get nice and comfortable. All right. So I'm in my car, but I practically live in here. I'm in here so darn much. So I'm already pretty comfortable. I'm just going to take off my seatbelt. I'm not driving, I swear. Okay. So with a body scan, we're just paying attention to our bodies. That's all it is. So we're going to start with our toes. What are your toes feeling? What position are they in? What are they touching? Is there discomfort? If you need to wiggle, please do so gently, and then welcome in the comfort that it provides. Do you have any emotion in that part of your body? Don't judge. There can be joy in your toes. Just notice. Let's move to the bottom of your feet. What are they touching? Are they hot or cold? The heels of your feet. Cutaneous. That's the name of that bone there. What do you feel? Is there discomfort there? Take a moment and curl your toes down toward the bottom of your feet. Gently, slowly, clench and relax. The top of your feet now. What do they feel? What are they touching? What's the temperature? Is there any emotion there? Continuing up to your ankles. Let's do some slow, gentle rotations there. It doesn't matter if it's clockwise, counterclockwise. Make a funny little shape. It doesn't matter. And relax. Welcome in that comfort. Is there still discomfort there? Readjust your positioning gently if you need to. Pull your toes up towards your knees. Slowly. Tense and squeeze. Breathe in. On the exhale, you can relax. How did that tensing feel on your shin? What's the temperature there? What is your shin touching? Now your calf. Let's point your toes away from you as far as you can. Slowly, gently. Hold it. Keep your foot pointed away, but bring your toes up. And then back down. And relax. That feeling in your calf has changed now. Does it feel more awake? Is there any emotion that came up while wiggling around your feet in this way? It's not important what emotion came up. Just take note of it. All emotions are valid. All emotions have a reason to them. They're trying to protect you, congratulate you, whatever it is. But they're not you. You are not your emotions. Let's focus back on your knees. Is there pain or discomfort there? If your positioning is uncomfortable, please adjust gently. And welcome the comfort. What are they touching? What is the temperature? How about the tops of your thighs? You're usually stronger on the side on the same side as your dominant arm. So if you're right-handed, your right quad, that top of your thigh, is likely to be stronger than the left. Can you feel that strength difference in the position you're in? Straighten out your knees so your legs are straight, and then lift one knee up off the table or whatever you're on. I'm a massage therapist, like I said. Most of my people are on the table. And then put it back down gently. And then lift the left knee up and put it back down. If you felt that on the top of your thighs, cool. You may have felt it more in your lower back, and that's okay too. Just something to be aware of. Let's move on to the outside of your thighs. I find that it can be kind of difficult to focus here. We don't often pay attention to this part of our body. So if you want, you can reach down with your hands and gently shake your thighs a little bit above your knees. Try to turn it internally and externally. Kind of fast. Get a little jiggle going in your thighs. Sometimes that helps me focus on that feeling. So now that we might be a little more aware of the outside of your thighs, what is the temperature there? Is there any emotion there? Any pain or discomfort? How about the back of your thighs? How does that feel? What is the temperature there? I want you to push the heels of your feet into something. If you're laying down, push it into the bed or table or whatever. If you're sitting, push it into the legs of your chair, whatever it is. Push your feet down or back toward whatever you're sitting on. If you're sitting, don't push your feet down into the floor. Push your feet back. Take a big, deep breath in. And on the exhale, you can relax. Bring that awareness back to the back of your thighs. Do they feel more awake now? Has the temperature changed? Did any emotion come up? Let's move up to your hips and glutes. There can be a lot of emotion stored in this area. Big traumas, SA. That's usually the stuff stored here. Stagnation is often found here. People these days don't wiggle our hips enough. Let's bring that in. Let's do some gentle circular motions with your pelvis. Focus on flexing one group of glutes. Rotate around slowly and gently, and then switch off which side of your glutes is tensed and finish the circle around. Whenever you're ready, I want you to do the other circular direction as well. Did any emotion come up for you? You can relax whenever you're ready. What's the temperature here? What is that part of your body touching? How does it feel? This may seem a little awkward, but I'm going to ask you to pay attention to your genital area for a little while. There is a reasoning behind this. Yes, I want you to notice how it feels, what it's touching. But I also want to bring awareness here. As a Reiki practitioner, there is a chakra located here. This chakra has to do with who you are as a person, your identity, the root of you. This is your root chakra. We want to make sure that you do not have an abundance, an overflow of this part of your energy leaving your body. So let's do some Kegels. You'll tense up this area. Take a deep breath in, and on the exhale, you can relax. You are welcome to repeat the Kegels a couple more times if you feel it. The goal is not to stop all energy flowing from this area. You are rooted into the world around you. Part of you will always need to be flowing into that root, grounding you into the earth. We just want to avoid an overflow, losing yourself Let's move up to your lower back. How does it feel? Is there tension there? Is there an emotion there? What's the temperature? What is it touching? Is the fabric there rough or smooth? In this area, you have another chakra. Has to do with creativity, passion of all sorts, and one-to-one relationships of all sorts. One-to-one friends, one-to-one lovers, one-to-one family member. Your relationship with one other person at a time. Passion, creativity. Many younger people have an overflow here as we focus and prioritize our one-to-one relationships. We can convert that energy into creativity because it's the same chakra. Being young is a great time to be creative. Start new things. Get to know what you like and don't like. Invent. Moving on to the front of your abdomen, your belly, your stomach, digestive tract. There's often a lot of emotion in this area. I like to picture it as a body of water, a pond, a lake, an ocean, if that feels right for you. How is the water moving? What color is it? Is it full of fish and plants and other life forms? Your solar plexus chakra has to do with your foundational beliefs as well. You're one to community. So your village, how you want the world to perceive you, or how they perceive you, whether you want it or not. Foundational beliefs are very difficult to change, very difficult to overcome whenever you do decide to change them. You typically, even after you feel like you've changed them, your first thought, your first reaction, for a long time still tends to be the original belief. And it's that second thought, your intuitive response, that is what you truly believe. The corrected belief, if you will. All foundational beliefs need to be questioned occasionally, routinely. And how you feel about them is important, but you should put in the effort to fact check open-mindedly. Occasionally. What emotions do you feel? Let's move around to the rib cage. And if you need to adjust your positioning here, you are more than welcome to, gently and slowly. And then welcome in the comfort. As you breathe and your rib cage moves, is there any areas that stand out to you? Any areas that are easier to pay attention to or harder to pay attention to? I want to take a moment here to intentionally take a deep breath. But let me explain how to do it first. We've all worn a pair of pants that might have been a little too tight, or maybe had a training belt on to lift heavy weights, or worn a corset. If you take a moment to imagine you have that restrictive item around your belly, and whenever you take this deep breath, you're going to breathe into your belly. But keep in mind that restrictive item will limit how much outward projection that your belly can achieve. So whenever we're taking a deep breath, I want you to allow your belly to have a slight outward projection, and then we're going to pretend that that restrictive item restricts any further outward projection. And you're going to continue to breathe in and fill the rest of the space in your belly, which means that breath is going to go downward into your pelvic area, and it's going to come upward into your chest. So whenever you're ready, let's pretend we have that restrictive item on. We'll take that big deep breath in, and a little bit more. Hold it and gently release it all out until you push everything. You are welcome to continue that breathing for the remainder of this meditation. It will help you with detox more than anything else, as far as I'm aware. Lymphatic drainage. Super awesome. Let's focus more on the back, the middle, upper portion of your back. If you wear a bra, that would be that area. What do you feel there? What are you touching there? What is the temperature there? Are there any emotions there? This chakra is your heart chakra. We've discussed creativity and passion, and we've discussed other emotions, but all of your love comes from the heart chakra. I want you to take a moment to really focus in on your heart. Imagine all of the love that is being created there. What color is it? Does it have a texture? Are you able to wiggle it around like Jello? Or is it more like a boundary? A ball you can stretch? I want you to visualize stretching, pulling, flowing that love down toward your emotions, that body of water. I don't want you to change the body of water. I just want you to surround it with that love. Fill all the spaces in between with love. Bury the love underneath the lake. Wrap it all the way around. Then flow that love further down toward your creativity and your passion. Mix together that love with those emotions. And further down to your root chakra, to who you are. You without emotions, without thoughts, without anything that you can see or pay attention to. You, the awareness, the being that is capable of this exact awareness. You are not your thoughts. You are not your emotions. You are not your relationship to your community, your village. You are not your relationship to other people individually. You are loved. Don't stop the flow of the love down to these areas. Allow it to continue as you focus your attention back on the source of this love, your heart chakra, your heart. I want you to spread that love in each direction, sideways, down your arms to your fingertips. I like to link my hands together during this part. Make a big circle so the heart, the love can flow in between my hands from left to right and right to left, all the way around. Again, allow this to continue even while you bring your attention back to the source, back to your heart. Next, I want you to push, flow, expand that love upwards to your neck. While that love is flowing there, we're going to pause and go back to how our arms are feeling now that they're relaxed again. You can keep them, your hands clasped if you want to, but now that they're relaxed, how do your hands feel? Is there any emotion there other than the love we just pushed? Do they feel alive, soft, warm? What are they touching? Move up to your forearms. How does it feel? What is it touching? What is the temperature? Your upper arms, biceps, triceps, deltoids, all that area. Can you feel the pulling oppositionally between your biceps and your triceps? Is one arm more tense than the other? Let's take a moment. Start with your fingers, but tense up your whole arm, fingers, hands, wrist, forearm, elbow, tricep, bicep, deltoid. Tense everything up. Deep breath in. On the exhale, relax. Let's bring our awareness to our upper backs, shoulders, shoulder blades. What is it touching? How does it feel? Are there any emotions there? You can squeeze your shoulder blades together and relax. Now we're returning back to that throat, your neck. We still have that love flowing up from your heart, sideways towards your arms, and down all the way to your root chakra. Bringing your awareness to your neck. Is there any areas that are more tight, less tight? Any areas that are easier to focus on, harder to focus on? Any area of pain or discomfort? If you need to adjust your body's position, do so gently, slowly, and welcome back that comfort. Let's do a nice and controlled roll of your neck. Ear all the way to your shoulder. Chin down to your shoulder. Gently roll for your chin to be down toward your chest, your hip, down toward the middle, over to the other hip, chin to your shoulder, ear to your shoulder, chin to the sky. Tilt your head back towards your glute, back toward the middle, back toward the other glute. And then keep your chin tilted to the sky as you move toward that last shoulder. Now let's go in the opposite direction. Slow, gentle, controlled. When you get to your shoulder, make sure you're moving your chin from the sky gently down all the way to your shoulder before continuing your neck rotation. On the other shoulder, touch it with your chin, all the way back to the sky. And that completes both circles. You are welcome to continue that. We're bringing our awareness back to the love that we brought up to your neck. I want you to carry that higher, expand it higher, up through your jaw, your nose, your eyes, in between your eyebrows. This is a good time to bring your awareness to the physical traits of your jaw, your tongue. Are you tense there or relaxed? If you need to adjust your position, please do so slowly and gently. and welcome in that comfort. Are your eyes focused or disassociating? We're not going to do it today, but just something to keep in mind for future. If you rub your hands together quickly to create a lot of friction, and then put your palms on over your eyes when your eyes are closed, the ions that are created from that friction can positively impact any eye discomfort. Now that we have that love brought up in between your eyebrows, I really want you to focus on that very specific pinpoint in between your eyebrows. I want you to bring as much of your awareness to that specific point. I can imagine all the way from my toes, I'm bringing in this, from my fingers, I'm bringing in from the very final points all the way up my extremities, up my torso. I'm bringing all of my awareness. I'm leaving the love where it is. I'm bringing all of my awareness up to that point in between my eyebrows. We're going to bring that awareness, all of that concentration that is in between your eyebrows, all of that love that we have brought up from your heart, you're going to shift all of that to the top of your head. The third eye chakra that's between your eyebrows has to do with how you perceive the big picture, how you perceive the world. Your throat chakra, which we've already passed, has to do with how you advocate for yourself and for others. This crown chakra has to do with your relationship with your belief in a higher power, a higher energy. If you believe in a higher power, this has to do with how you perceive that higher power is integrated into the big picture, is integrated into your advocacy, how that higher power is integrated into love, integrated into that body of water of emotions in your community, integrated into your one-on-one relationships, your passion and creativity, and how that higher power is integrated into you. The flow of your energy exits externally from your root and your crown to loop back into a continuous circle, flowing both directions at all times. So your root, who you are, is very closely tied to your perception of higher power. in many faiths, there is some overlap of you being a vessel for a portion of the higher power that faith believes in. For example, in Christianity, there is God, Jesus, and the Holy Spirit, and the Holy Spirit lives within you. You carry that. You are a vessel for that. There are other religions that believe the same, that believe some sort of similar ideology. Even if you are atheist, though, and maybe even more so if you're atheist, you are the higher power. You are the one in control of everything in your life. So how you perceive the higher power of interacting with everything is simply you reacting with everything. Let's finalize this meditation with focusing on your scalp, physical sensations. Is your hair pulling a certain way? How does it feel? Are there any emotions there other than the love and awareness we brought in? What temperature is it? Can you feel the wind blowing through across it? Let's bring all of that awareness that we have on our crown chakra right now, on our scalp right now. I want you to slowly bring that awareness down your spine, from your neck to your shoulders, to your chest area, your ribcage area, down the middle of your back, your lower back, all the way to the tip that sits in the kind of middle of your pelvis back there. And I want you to bring it all the way back up too. So lower back, mid back, in between your shoulder blades, your neck, and back up to your scalp. You're welcome to continue doing that. It's even better if you time it with your breaths. Are there any areas that are easier to pay attention to focus on? Any areas that are harder to be aware of, to focus on? When you're back up at your scalp, take a big deep breath in. Feel that love that's fully expanded inside of your body. Push it out externally just a little bit in a safe little bubble. You are safe. Remember the big circle of flowing energy from your root to your crown and your crown to your root. And I hope that you have a blessed rest of your day. Thank you.
you liked it.